So then they demonetize pretty much everything involving kids because they don't want their because they suddenly aren't avid. There we go. Well, third time's the charm. Anyway, what's up, everyone? This is your Lethal Sperg, John Peterson here, with another exciting addition to Sperg Games. But before we pop the biscuits off this gravy train, I just want to give a quick little update on what's been going down. You see, Epic Games and Disney recently cut all advertising from YouTube videos. It was all because of some BMN named Matt something or other, who got really surly over his YouTube career getting deep sixed. But now we got the latest news on what's been going on with Jussie Smollett. Jussie Smollett officially a suspect for filing false police report. Chicago police spokesman Anthony Guglielmi, I'll pronounce his name right one of these days, said Wednesday Empire actor Jussie Smollett is now officially a suspect in a criminal investigation for filing a false police report. Detectives are presenting the case against him to a grand jury, Guglielmi said. He tweeted the news on Wednesday, seen below, after Smollett's attorneys met with prosecutors and detectives. Smollett told police he was attacked by true masked men, and then while walking home from a Subway sandwich shop in the middle of a polar vortex, mind you, at around 2 a.m. on January 29, nearly a month ago. He said they beat him, hurled racist and homophobic insults at him, and looped a rope around his neck before fleeing. Police told the two men yelled these expletives while striking him. In a supplemental interview with authorities, Smollett confirmed media reports that one of the attackers also shouted, "This is MAGA country," a reference to President Donald Trump's Make America Great Again campaign slogan. Police couldn't find surveillance video of the attack, but questioned two men who were initially deemed as suspects, who were released on Friday. On Saturday, Guglielmi for the investigation, and that police want to speak with Smollett again. The day after the incident, police reviewed surveillance images that showed two silhouetted individuals walking down a sidewalk, and police said they were wanted for questioning. Police on Friday said, Kojin? This is my boy the Common Nephil. He and I host a little radio show every Saturday called Nephil Unsummoned. Kojin and I love to make fun of it. Kojin and I like to knock each other poke fun at each other's expense. But anyway, police on Friday said the men were being viewed as potential suspects, but then on Friday night they were released, Guglielmi said. One of the men had appeared on Empire, Guglielmi said. A police source also told CNN on Friday night that the men had a previous affiliation with Smollett, but didn't provide additional details. Which, of course, leads to this. Chicago police spokesperson Anthony Smollett. I read all this crap. Also Wednesday, surveillance store video shows the two men just hours before the alleged attack buying ski masks in a beauty supply store in Upton. The two seemed eager to buy the masks and seemed urgent about the purchase, according to a store security guard who said the two brothers stood out in his mind. So, in other words, we've won again, MAGAPEDs.
The channel was called the Heathen Coalition. All I did was engage them in the chat. I should have interrupted whatever we were talking about and just gone off on them.
Yeah.
That would have been fun. but I didn't for some reason.
Yeah.
I'm kind of wishing I did that because, you know, I haven't had trolls on here in a while.
You know what I just say, by the way? The hashtag that should be going on there. This is a very easy hashtag. Hashtag smelt fishy. Like, that we all use when we talk about the Jesse's smoke case. Because it smelled fishy. It was fishy from the very beginning. And that's pretty much it. Bunch of, you know, nonsense like that.
Shouldn't it say hashtag Smollett fishy?
Yeah, no, I mean, either one is smolt or smelt. Either way is
just
fine.
Smolt,
But,
just something that... Because smelt doesn't really look like...
yeah. Smolt is fine, yeah.
How does that look? Yeah, that could work, I guess. Hashtag smolt fishy.
I think it might. I think it's like smooth and it goes with it. Smolt fishy.
Alright, let's
Who
go.
knows, guys? So I don't know who wins the fake leftist crap award. Is it Nathan Phillips? Is it Dr. Ford? Or is it Smolt? Who is it? It's a
Don't you notice, guys, how like all of the leftist greatest heroes are all just frauds? That's
all lies.
That's kind of tell you something about the left, don't you think?
The history of fake news and lies. They're nothing but the enemies of the people. All these liberals making stuff up like. I mean, it's not surprising or anything. We all knew happened, but
everyone with a brain knew, not just us.
Yeah, everyone with
anyways,
more than
any
two
common sense said the
neurons
story was
have
totally
to
false. It was a lie. But yeah, apparently, buy that. Talk about any other specific thing about the Russia investigation or the.
You know what will be fun? I think we pretty much talked beating Smolt and the Russia investigation. Let's talk about the ISIS part. That's fun.
Oh yes, yeah.
Where's that tweet that I Discord link to you? Where is it? Oh, right there.
I'll pull it up.
Yep. Oh, no, that's not it. We'll talk about this next time. Whoops, my bad, guys. Give me a second. That's the next thing we're going to talk about. Fuck, where is it?
Pull up on Fox News.
Fuck, I could have sworn that I... Oh, give me a second. Hold on.
Captured ISIS bride wants to return home. Then State Department says that she will not return home.
Where did I put that? I know I posted the link to that to the tweet somewhere. It was like a... Fuck, what was it? It was I think it was a BBC link. I don't know what I did with it, though. Let me see if I can quickly find it, guys. ISIS brides. And there's a whole bunch of links we could look at.
I'll do the Fox News.
Yeah, let's look at the Fox News one. Fox News ISIS bride. Let's see what comes up. Oh, here we go. UK revokes ISIS bride citizenship. Oh, wait, that's a video. Hold on. I'm not going to show you the video. I want an article here.
I got an article.
Oh, here we go. I found one. ISIS wife from Alabama will not be admitted to the U.S., Pompeo says.
I think I'll find that specific one.
Here you go, guys. The people in control of our immigration policies have actually done something right for once. Banning the ISIS brides from coming back to our country.
Why should they go back to our country? They should be out forever. Out forever. Go back to wherever you want to go.
Let Assad deal with them, whatever he's gonna do. Whether that's put them in front of a firing squad or lock them up in prison, who cares? I certainly don't care. They don't belong in our country, though. Let Assad do whatever he wants with them. That's pretty much what I'm saying. Gonna say about
I love Trump tweeting this. I've instructed Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, and he fully agrees not to allow Hada Muthana back into the country.
Right.
And guys, now here's the thing. This isn't just one case, guys. In the last week or so, there's been dozens and dozens of different ISIS brides wanting to come back to Europe and America. There's something that's been going on. The last couple weeks, it's been a hot spot of ISIS brides coming back. The last couple weeks. It's weird. Why now all of a sudden? Oh, because they're getting defeated in Syria.
The best laid plans
by the Syrian
of
military
mice and men.
Yeah, no, it's actually stupid. Why are we letting these
The
people
best laid plans
treat? They're obviously against us. They're
of
against our
mice and
ways. They left
men.
because of that.
They
So
literally left our country to, and they moved into some third world hellhole in the Middle East, and they joined a terrorist organization that was determined to destroy America and our way of life. And now they're trying to come back.
exactly.
Now get the fuck out of here. Stay out of our
Although I
country.
do
We don't
applaud a
want you here.
well put together deck.
Exactly.
Just right.
These people left for a reason. They left because they didn't like America. So I don't want them back in our country. They're lunatics who were with ISIS.
Now let them die in the Middle East. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care about your refugee child. I don't care. You guys are terrorists. And that's that. End of story.
Oh,
That's it.
Kojin. Oh, if Kojin ends up
Trump's right.
getting
Like-
stones
If
to
the ISIS
break up.
brides move to Mexico and then try to cross the southern border, the Democrats will then sympathize with them because they do with everyone who crosses the southern border.
Yeah, of
Exactly,
course,
that's why they're
right?
traitorous
If
piles of human
that'd be
scum.
terrible if that happens. If liberals or she tries this, it's ridiculous actually.
All right, Trumpster, we're at the half-hour mark. Let's go to the hour mark and then let's stop it. Maybe stop it just before.
Yeah. Sounds good. I will say also that another thing to take into account is just why we got to this state of politics. Like, why are we even discussing letting an ISIS terrorist in? Why did a news station
Because Trumpster,
any
we have an
interview?
entire party and millions of the people who support them that are lunatics. That's why, and who sympathize with these people out of emotion for some reason.
There should be, like, at 0 point of time, any sort of discussion of letting an ISIS bride on television.
Oh yeah, terrorists in the Middle East. Let's just let them back into our country. No bad will come of that. Think of the children.
Look at the children.
Think
Screw
of
the children.
Guys. We have to let these terrorists back into our country because the children will be disadvantaged if we leave them to die in the Middle East where they belong.
Press X to doubt people.
Yeah, no, and then it's like, basically, I don't understand why on earth, like, why did a news station allow them to actually be on air?
A news station allowed them to be on air. Which one?
Oh, like, remember the whole interview? Basically, the ISIS bride got interviewed by some news station.
Which one? It was probably CNN or BBC or something like that. Some
I'm
trash
not
news outlet.
and find out what station.
Let's look it up.
Bride interview.
Oh, the Independent.
With ABC News. ABC News.
Oh, ABC did what too?
Look at that, yeah.
Guys,
The American
these
ISIS
media
bride.
outlets are trash, guys.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
keep it locked here
I don't
on
care
Sperg
who
Games
I
for
don't
the
care,
realest news you're ever gonna
like,
get from
I would not have
Alexis.
any sort of this on my station. Period. There should be no instance where this happens. There really should not be.
A woman, here you have, guys, a woman who watched propaganda videos of ISIS members cutting innocent people's heads off, and her saying, I like that. Let's go. Let's leave my country and go there and join that.
Right. And this what happened. This is what the Daily Mail is reporting. The American ISIS bride who wants to come home to U.S. has told how she wants the government to pay for her to undergo therapy if it allows her to return, and says
I don't
she
want
is
my
hopeful.
tax dollars paying for that shit. Are you kidding me?
So we have a freeloader, who wants our taxpayer dollars. It gets better than this. It gets better.
We already know that like 80% of Muslims in America are on welfare. In Europe, it's 90%.
It says
We already know that.
It goes on with saying, and says she's hopeful they won't send her to jail. Hoda Muthana spoke in an interview with ABC News. They had the story going on. Her first since fleeing the terror group 3 weeks ago. With her 18-month son balanced on her lap, she said she had given up the extremist ideology that convinced her to leave her family and that she wanted to be welcomed home by the American people. the ABC News got her 18-month son to sit on her lap and to make people more sympathetic and more upset for her cause. That, oh my God, I'm so sorry, but let's let an ISIS terrorist bride back into the
Trumpster,
country.
I'm fearing that there might be a terrorist attack by Islamists in our country in the not too distant future. How can there not be? We know that they've captured thousands of them at the southern border. We know that they're not; those people aren't going to be happy about this happening. And there was just that case like a week ago where that 18-year-old man who pledged allegiance to ISIS threw rocks at a cop and pulled a knife on him, and the cop shot him. Of course, should have shot him more times, if you ask me. But yeah.
Honestly,
Now,
what?
Because the cop didn't shoot him more times, that little waste of oxygen is now going to be living in prison on our tax dollars, converting people and propagating people to pledge their support to ISIS in prison.
The whole thing is, the left is responsible for this whole compassion story.
Of course,
the left is compassionate. They're upset.
They're overly emotional children, basically.
Exactly. While conservative ideology is based on logic, facts, the left is based on emotions, feelings. Entirely. Between conservatives and Republicans, between conservatives and Democrats, we believe in logic, facts first. They believe in emotions, feelings, all this nonsense that's not rooted in logic and facts.
Like that morbidly obese feminist girl on that plane in Sweden who grounded the plane to get that to prevent
refugee.
That. What was it? Yeah, was he a Sudanese or Somalian or Afghani, whatever the fuck he was?
Yeah, who was charged with
what does he do? Did he murder someone? Did he
murder somebody?
Someone? He murdered someone.
Murdered somebody. Yeah, he murdered somebody.
This morbidly obese feminist screeching and whining and standing up on the plane to ground the plane so this terrorist murderer would be let off. That is what leftism does to you guys. That is what leftism does to your country.
Right? It's stopping bad guys exiting countries. Brilliant strategy, actually. Brilliant strategy. But by the way, I mean, it's like, I really had discussions because, again, talking about compassion, I feel like there'd be people in our country who have compassion and are apologetic and want to let this ISIS bride back into the country. Feel that way are Democrats 100%. They are the lunatics that we all talk about, who should never be elected near power, anywhere near it. Any terrorists in our country, so that includes you, ISIS bride.
I wonder if there's going to be protests around the country if the U.S. denies these people into our country. That would be a sight to see.
Oh, I'm not surprised. There could be, and I would not be surprised about that.
We already we already saw the media chipping out over the calling MS-13 members animals.
Like, I'm sorry, they're animals.
They are 100%.
Too bad. It's like you with the burning and killing all the pedos comment. Like, I don't care. Kill and burn all the pedos who rape and attack children.
But Trumpster. But Salon said pedophiles aren't monsters. We have to be kind and compassionate to them.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Salon, freaking garbage dump of the internet.
These people
Alright, I have no compassion.
Like I can't help but laugh at how these people are just absolute lunatics.
And then you have CNN talking about cuckolding. Cuckolding is good now. It's acceptable.
CNN, really? The Cuck News Network.
Yeah, that about sums it up in a nutshell.
Yeah. But I want to read that interview. That made me furious, actually. And she says, "I'm a normal human being who has been manipulated. I hope America doesn't think I'm a threat to them, and I hope they will accept me. I hope they excuse me because of how young and ignorant I was. I've changed. Now I'm a mother. I have none of the ideology, and hopefully everyone will see it when I get back.
Nope. You're
Once
a
the U.S.
filthy
to pay
sand
for
mole through and
therapy
through.
sessions, a process that will
A
ensure us
damn
that we'll never do
dirty
this again.
sand mole that should be
These people were
exterminated.
snakes, guys.
Kojin,
my
demonstrate
God.
what we do to
I
sand
can't
moles,
believe
human
we
man.
have people in power in our country who want to allow these people back. What does Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib think about this?
Oh, I don't even know. They're meeting with this Hamas group, apparently. Cat.
We know that Omar worked to, I think she worked to defend ISIS members or something like that from getting prosecuted, or she worked to give them a lesser sentence. Guys, this is what happens when you allow Islamists to get elected in your country. We have 2 Islamists in power in our country right now, and that's too many.
Yeah, so basically, this is what she actually did. Before she fled, she was part of a network of young Muslims who used Twitter to soak up extremist ideas. She said they were brainwashed and interpreted by what they were told by predatory ISIS members very wrong.
Hold on, pause right there. She used Twitter to soak up
Extremist ideas.
Guys,
So
I was banned from Twitter for saying pedophiles should be banned. People have been banned from Twitter for saying there's 2 genders, but that stuff is allowed to go on there. That is the world we live in. Guys.
Yeah, a world where humans have become a mistake.
Saying there's 2 genders. Oh no, we have to ban that.
I got kicked off for 24. I got kicked off for 24 hours because I said that I posted a voter ID meme. Basically, it was like stop foreign election interference, and by putting stronger ID laws. I got banned 24 hours during election day because of that.
That's funny.
And then the young mother also described how she chose her 3 husbands, 2 of whom were killed in battle by selecting them from a list.
Good.
Laughing, she said that she and 200 other brides were kept in a room at a time and told who to pick from the list. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. I don't know how she has lawyers. Why would we give her lawyers for? She doesn't deserve lawyers. Her lawyers said she could be useful to the government because she's familiar with the terrorist group.
For what?
Oh my god! This is one of her extremist
maybe telling
tweets.
us the location that Trump needs to drop another Moab onto.
Yeah, hold on. This is what she tweeted. You have much to do while you live under our greatest enemy. Enough of your sleeping. Go on drive-bys and spill all their blood, or rent a big truck and drive all over them. Veterans, Patriots, Memorial, etc. Day parades. Go on drive-bys plus spill all their blood, or rent a big truck and drive over them. Kill them. I'm sorry. She's not going to... we should, honestly... She should not be our country.
No way.
She should be charged, shot, killed. I don't even care. She's too far gone. She's a radical Islamic terrorist.
Send back to the place that the Moab is dropped onto.
And she has a child. Oh, another child, right? Another one of these,
another
refugee.
Guys, think of the oppressed children.
Think of the children. Tweet that sick stuff. Our country. You're not. You don't deserve it. You deserve to be locked up, shot. I don't even care at that point. Time, enjoy death. I don't care. You wish for the death of all of us.
I genuinely hope that Bashar al-Assad puts her in front of a firing squad. I genuinely hope that.
Ridiculous. These people are just beyond sick. And any person who's trying to go and say, let her in, she apologized, completely idiotic lunatics, and they are also anti-American. I tell you, that is just sick. That's just disgusting stuff. So let's see what else has popped up from this. Let's see if there's a liberal paper. Let's see. ISIS bride, Vox. Let's see what Vox has to say about this. I have a Vox article. Hold on, let's see. Xbox, that worse than I don't even know.
You're gonna have to link it to me. I don't know. I can't find what you're looking for.
Yeah, I was looking about.
Not yet. I'm just waiting for your
No,
site.
okay. Well, this is actually weird. I don't even know what this is a weird website. Um. Uh. Um. Oh, I was trying to find like a liberal paper, some sort of liberal paper who wants her to be okay.
I'm sure there is one. You know, Trunster, a tactic that I've tried to do for getting things like this, from a liberal perspective, we call them ISIS brides, but that's not politically correct enough, so liberals use something else. We
But they
have
use
to figure out which. Like, I've noticed, for example, like, if you type in crime statistics of illegal aliens, you don't get much, but if you type in crime statistics of undocumented immigrants, you get more because the illegal aliens isn't politically correct, but undocumented immigrant is, so more sources will have statistics for undocumented immigrants. So whatever the term is that liberals use, that's the one we should try to look for stuff under.
basically, again, the thing that you talked about is very important. The word game, the very subtle changes: illegal alien versus illegal immigrant. When you have an
Illegal
illegal
alien.
immigrant,
I don't even
yeah.
call them
So
illegal immigrants. They're just illegal aliens.
no. So I'm saying the left uses illegal immigrant because immigrant implies that they immigrated here legally. You know, law abiding and all the stuff that comes with immigrants. It implies that they are foreign and they invaded in essentially a country or an area like that. Like we have Obama saying workplace violence when there's a terrorist attack in that I think at Fort Hood a while ago. That's more examples of words. They try to say words and make things
Euphemisms, that's
sound
what they
better.
are. That's
Euphemisms.
the term
They
for words
sound
that
better.
are used for things like that.
Right.
Fluffy, good sounding, fluffy words that make you feel good but cover up the really bad nature of these things.
Right. This line is the the New York Times had a. This is what the New York Times said.
Link it to me in the Discord,
Oh
please.
my God, these people are crazy. These people are sick in the head. I'm gonna show you the specific line that makes me upset, and it should require no further explanation. A statement did not offer a rationale for why the State Department does not consider Miss Muthana a citizen. A ISIS bride is not a citizen. Why? Hold on, just look at this. Look at this exact quote that the New York Times had in their article. This is just sickening, really. I'm talking about that exact quote right here. What I'm talking about? That little quote? That quote is exactly what we're talking about. Like little snide peppered in fluffy comment. The statement did not offer a rationale for why the State Department does not consider Miss Muthana a citizen.
This is exactly what's wrong with the fake news media, guys.
Oh my God. I wonder why she's not a citizen. I don't know. Could you guys in the comments please tell me why she's not a citizen? I'm just confused because the New York Times they didn't give me an answer. They said that it was up in the air. You know, it could be because she's a terrorist. I mean, that's just one
That might have something
small
to do with
reason.
it.
That might have something to do with it. I don't know though. I'm just a conservative, and New York Times is all knowing and not fake news or anything. So, no. That is exactly what we're all talking about. comments that are just totally wrong and should not even be up there. Are up there apparently. I want to go and read if there's any one of those low comments. Let's see.
Oh, you're reading through the comments? I'm surprised they
No,
allowed comments on you. That probably wasn't a very good idea.
I want to read it. I want to see like if there's any more in this statement.
I'm gonna look through the
Look, yeah,
comments.
look at this. Now, with the militant group driven out of Syria, Miss Muthana says she is deeply sorry, but American officials appeared intent on closing the door to her return.
Gee, I wonder why.
Officials appeared intent on closing the door for her return. Intent on doing that. I mean, can you explain to me why they're intent on closing the door for
Gee,
an ISIS terrorist?
I could only imagine why.
Those two lines are just small examples of euphemisms and word plays, word tricks, sleight of hands that the left always does.
If the left can justify bringing in MS-13 members, why not ISIS terrorists?
Oh my God, right, exactly.
That's next on their list of things. Oh, this comment is taking a long time to load. What the fuck?
Let's see the comment. Read 423 comments. It takes a lot. Section is closed. Submit a letter to the editor for publication right to the. Trying to load this stuff up. But I want to read these comments. I'm curious to see what the liberals say about this. Because I have a couple of choice comments for this failing piece of garbage.
Guys,
I have a couple of comments.
Remember, this is the same news outlet that many months ago posted several articles saying that Karl Marx was right. This is the same news outlet that hired Sarah Zhang, getting her verified on Twitter after her long tirade against white people.
Anti-white nonsense like that. I mean,
saying white people smell like dogs. I guess she couldn't get her favorite food off of her mind.
Oh my God! I'll tell you though, this is just that is just lunatic. That's just crazy stuff. Those two little snippets are. I'm going to CNN. I'm gonna go see CNN. What they have to say about this. CNN has to say about this story.
There, I'll pop it onto the screen for you guys to see the CNN article.
Oh,
Trump
I got
says
one right here.
Alabama woman who joined ISIS should not return to U.S.
No, I got something here. This has the first three sentences. I got a perfect example of the left's plan to, the word changes. Let's look at this. So this is what they say. Islam and Ahmed met online looking for their happily ever after through a Muslim dating website, but instead of bringing love and contentment, their marriage left Islam trapped in a living nightmare. Fast forward 4 years and 3 husbands. She and her 2 small children are caught in limbo in northern Syria. This is actually this is not the story, but that itself actually. Because they said that they're stuck in limbo because she moved over to a terrorist.
Alright, you take it easy, Nephil.
She's caught in limbo as if she didn't go there herself.
Yeah, exactly. Like she had a choice, right? She literally
traveled there herself. She probably smuggled herself in somehow. And now they're telling us that she's caught in limbo as if she had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, so let's see this story now. Let's see. I want to read this. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh shit, I just closed out a whole bunch of stuff. Shit.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I just closed out a bunch of things I was looking at, though.
Oh.
Give me a second, I'll get back to it.
I'm just reading this through. I'm trying to see if I can find a specific sentence that I can just point out.
Alright, here we go. I'm back.
I'll go and see. Hold
You know what
on.
happened was I had on my other screen, you guys can't see this, but I had on my other screen the browser tab open for the YouTube stuff. I accidentally closed that out, so I just opened it up again. We're good now.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not even mad.
Yeah, this headline itself. Alabama woman who joined ISIS is begging to come home. She's begging to come home. How do we say Alabama woman who joined ISIS wants to come back despite tweeting terror threats against Americans? That should be a headline, not begging to come home. That's a lazy headline.
These are sick people, guys. These are sick, twisted people who sympathize with these terrorists.
Outspoken support. So now they're trying to go and lift her up as an inspirational, brave woman by saying this. Once described as shy and reserved by a high school classmate, poking her support for jihad after joining ISIS. So now I come with a little support. Once described as shy and reserved. Sympathy for her because of that statement.
It's lunacy, guys.
Well, it's the regret. I hope America doesn't think I'm a threat to them, and I hope they can accept me. Oh my god. So stupid. That sentence itself, begging to come home. Begging to come home.
Just the way
I'm
they
sorry.
word these things, guys. You guys have to pay attention to the way they word this. So this is straight up propaganda. This is what they mean by diversity, guys. This is what they mean by having compassion, letting these terrorists back into our country.
Oh wow, look guys, we have some more heartbreaking, some beautiful heart stories from CNN. Look at this. British ISIS bride who wants to return to UK gives birth to a boy. Wow, how nice to hear.
They're trying to make you feel bad for them, guys. Don't fall for it.
Feel bad. Don't feel bad. Oh my god.
They're trying to suppress your common sense and instead instill just emotional outrage and just emotional vomit for these people.
Oh my god, time out. Read this article.
Link it to me, please, in the Discord.
This is sickening. Oh my god, read this article I just posted. Just read it. It's not about the recent one. It's about one that happened like a month ago. These ISIS brides. This article says, basically they're having a whole heart-to-heart story about a baby being born from an ISIS terrorist. Mohammed Al-Kuni said in a statement that Shamima has given birth to a boy, and both are believed to be in good health. Well, they should all be dead because they're terrorists, by the way. Speaking of Sky News from the camp in Arctic gave birth, Begum said she was aware of ISIS beheadings and other brutality before she left to join the group and was okay with it. Yeah, I knew about those things. I was okay with it.
Let's take a look at Alright.
Yeah,
Let's take a look at some new decks.
Yeah, I
at
knew
the
about
top
those things.
here,
I was
we
okay
got,
with it. I started to become religious just before
right
I
at
left.
the top
But what I
here,
heard
we got
Islamically, that is all allowed, so I was okay with
True
it.
King Pepe,
However, Benjamin was married to an
which
ISIS
has
fighter,
True
was only a
King
housewife during her
Agni
time in
Mazud,
Syria. I never
True
did anything
King
dangerous, never made propaganda, blah,
Duke
blah.
Frog, Nimble Angler, Nimble Beaver,
well, yes,
Nimble
but I don't
Mom,
regret it because it changed me as a person. It made me
Rodent
stronger,
Totem,
tougher.
Swap
I married my
Frog,
husband. I
Called
want
by
to
the
find
Grave,
someone like him back in the UK.
Diagram,
I had my kids.
Moray of Greed,
I did have a good
Salvage,
time there.
Terraforming,
It's just that in the end,
Foolish
things
Burial,
got hard,
Monster
and I
Reborn,
couldn't
and
take it
Upside Goblin.
anymore. I
As for
had
the
to
extra deck, we are
leave.
looking at a Cat Shark,
Wait,
Dacasto Phoenix,
why
number
is
45,
it a
Crumble
story
Logos
we're
to
talking
Prophet of
about?
Demolition,
Story. This should not be a story.
Sky
This should just
Cavalry
be
Cintara,
get
Totally
off or
Awesome,
bombed to death in Syria. Period.
Down
There should be
Institution,
corpses
Phantom
not
Fortress,
on CNN.
But no, and here comes the question: should Benjamin be
True
allowed
King
to
of All
return?
Calamities, Nightmare Phoenix, Tomb of Starboy,
Just please
Nightmare
return to the
Unicorn,
UK.
and
Quickly
Borosword
spurred
Dragon.
debate across the country.
As for the consistency of this deck,
Guys,
Now people
this is
are
absolutely
my
dude,
God.
video, we talked about this.
And you know what,
Alright,
guys, we're
Starro,
approaching the
nut
hour
job.
mark here, so we should probably cut
Yeah.
this soon.
Yeah, they're
Guys,
gonna cut it soon.
these people are complete lunatics. Make
Hold
no
on.
mistake about it.
Hold on,
Don't
I'll turn
even
my
try
mic
to
up.
pretend otherwise. These people are completely.
Alright,
off
can
the
you hear me
wall
better,
insane.
Kojin?
to be honest, I know of these stories, but I didn't realize how bad the stories were and how much the
And
left
they're
and the
getting worse,
media slanted
Trumpster.
Alright,
it.
can you hear me better,
You're getting
Kojin?
worse, and I can't believe just
I'll
how
do a
they're
quick mic
slanting
check.
this.
Mic check, mic check,
These
mic check,
media
1, 2, 3.
crooks and
Alright,
these
let's
these
do this
despicable
uno mas.
people. I'll put people in
True
loose
King
quotations, by the way.
Alkimazud
They're
the
not
Vanisher.
people. They're
True
just
King
terrible people. They're just terrible.
Just trash, pretty much.
Terrible
Bahathros the
people. Like
Fathomer.
the rain
Duke
this does
Frog,
is trying to
Nimble
get
Angler,
empathy for
Nimble
people who want
Beaver,
us
Nimble
dead.
Manta, Rotten Swap
Be
Frog, Called by the
empathizing
Grave,
with people who
Draconic
want to
Diaphragm,
kill us. Just
Moray of
why?
Greed, Salvage,
Liberals
Do
hate
that.
Terraforming,
themselves, guys, so of course they're gonna do something like
Dark
that.
Hole, Foolish Burial,
Oh
Monster
my
Reborn,
god.
Upstart Goblin, Cat Shark,
Disgusting.
Digesto Phoenix,
Well, guys,
Number
I think
45.
that's about gonna do it for
Yeah.
me
Crumble
tonight.
Logos, the
I
Prophet
hope
of
you all liked
Domination.
what you saw here. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you're subscribed and that you follow me on social media. And see you all later. Good night.
Oh no, that gap is done. Sky Prophet, Sky Cavalry Cantaria, the Phantom Knights of Cursed Javelin, totally awesome. Downed Magician, Phantom Fortress Ethner Blathnir, True King of all Calamities, Nightmare Phoenix, Mistar Boy, Nightmare Unicorn, and Boral Sword Dragon. And no. Yeah. Yeah, but the problem is, there's just so much craziness going on in the news, Kojin. It's kind of hard to avoid. You just gotta go along for the ride, my friend. Alright, that's the first deck of the night. And a deck that I had a pretty easy time dominating against. Just a little pro tip next time, Kojin. Make the sucker a little more consistent. Up next, we've got Gates of... Drumroll. Danger. The Danger Dark World deck that kicked my ass. We got Danger Bigfoot, Danger Thunderbird, Grappa, the Dragon Lord of Dark World, Danger Dogman, Danger Nessie, Gold, Warlord of Dark World, Silva, Warlord of Dark World, Brow, Huntsman of Dark World, Danger Chupacabra, Danger Mothman, Snow, Unlit of Dark World, Danger Jackalope, Danger Tsuchinoko, Dark World Dealings, Drag Down into the Grave, Mass Change 2, The Gates of Dark World, and Card Destruction. For the side deck, there's 3 Beginning of the End. For the extra, we got 3 Mask Hero Dark Law, which I have IRL. Phantom Knight's Break Sword, Abyss Dweller. Number 41, Pagusta, the Terribly Tired Tapir. Tornado Dragon. Number 11, Big Eye. Number 38, Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy. Nightmare Cerberus. Nightmare Phoenix. Wee Witch's Apprentice, Nightmare Unicorn, Boral Sword Dragon, and Saruja Skulldread. Right here, we got, as for that deck, it's a pretty consistent discard deck, but little nitpick, more danger. And finally, the moment we've all been waiting for. Forget it. Lilith, Lady of Lament, Exodia, Lager of Lagerman, Mashodo, Pot of Duality, Pot of Extravagance, Terraforming, Accumulated Fortune, Jar of Greed, Legacy of Yatagarasu, Metaverse, Reckless Greed, and Trap Trick. For Fusion deck, we got quite the menagerie. Thousand Eyes of Strick, Charubin the Fire Knight, Darkfire Dragon, Dragonus the Wicked Knight, Fusionist, Amphibious Bugroth, Deep Sea Shark, Flame Swordsman, Guilty of the Dark Knight, Man-Eating Black Shark, Metal Dragon, Brachia Radius, Empress Judge, Mystical Stand, and Punished Eagle. Now, Kojin, you know my thoughts on Exodia decks. I think they are sent by the devil himself to spite me. But I've long since made peace with the Mashoto card. So, all is forgiven. I mean, just so long as you don't use Final Countdown, we're cool. But trust me, Kojin, when the time comes for you to break out that Final Countdown deck, I'll be ready. Up next we got Dino Slash, which has Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, Overtex Quatlus, Soul Eating Oviraptor, Giant Rex, Miscellaneous Source, Baby Cerosaurus, Dracaeolo, Glow Up Bulb, Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, alright. Effect Veiler, Called by the Grave, Double Evolution Pill, Fossil Dig, Lost World, Sky Striker Maneuver Afterburn, Sky Striker Mecha Widow Anchor, Sky Striker Mobilize Engage, Twin Twisters, Terraforming, Sky Striker Mecha Hornet Drones, Sky Striker Mecha Eagle Booster, Sky Striker Ace Shizuku, High Speedroid Chambara, Manchuria Beast, FA Dawn Dragster, Evil's Heart Dolka, Lagia, Ragna Zero, Linkuribo, Sky Striker Ace Kagari, Sky Striker Ace Kanya, Crystron Needlefiber, Nightmare Cerberus, Reprodius, Curious, the Light Sworn Dominion, Nightmare Unicorn, and Borosword Dragon. Now, before we move on here, Kojin's decks are a lot like Walmart. Not all of them are degenerate, ignorant pieces of crap. But if that's what you're in the market for, then boy howdy, are you in for a treat. Oh snap, we got more? Alright, let's roll it. Oh crap, this is excellence here. Artifact Moral Touch, Artifact Scythe, Swap Frog, Dupe Frog, Rodent Totem, Floodgate Trap Hole, Paleozoic Canida, Paleozoic Demiscus, Paleozoic Orlenoides, Paleozoic Pykia, Artifact Sanctum, Reckless Greed, Trap Trick, Solemn Strike, Imperial Order, Solemn Judgment, Barrier Statue of the Torrent, why that isn't main deck is friggin' beyond me, Gozen Match, Anti-Spell Fragrance, Mistake, Floodgate Trap Hole. For the extra, we got 2 Cat Shark, Paleozoic Anomalocaris, and I'm getting better at pronouncing these. Paleozoic Opabina, number 45, Crumble Logos, the Prophet of Demolition, Phantom Knights of Cursed Javelin, totally awesome, Artifact Durandal, Starboy, Police Patrol of the Underworld, Nightmare Unicorn, and Borosword Dragon. And the last one for tonight, before we get to building some decks courtesy of Master Archfiend and making the donuts. Donuts with some roast. Hey, Kojin, where's that last deck, buddy? Oh my goodness. Kojin, I swear, if this is like George Takei again, I'm gonna shove a brick right up the internet guy's asshole. Oh well, it is what it is. Oh, damn it. That.
What would you do if the mafia killed your entire family?
Oh, no. It's fine, man. It's fine. I'm not even mad. Alright. Here is the actual last one. Lilith, Lady of Lament, Card of Demise, Mashodo, Terraforming, Chain Strike, Upstart Goblin, Accumulated Fortune, Chain Detonation, Just Desserts, Legacy of Yatagarasu, Metaverse, Ojama Trio, Reckless Greed, Secret Barrel, and Secret Blast. Now this is another deck I can get behind, my man. Just a pure Mashodo deck. Thanks again to Kojin Shinigami for sharing these decks with me. I look forward to see what kind of decks you'll cook up next, my man. Oh. Hold up. I just got some breaking news from the gnome. Apparently he linked me this video. This is huge news, people. This is huge news. This is by Unirock2. So let's roll this footage.
You guys have to see this. This is getting dangerous. I've just found evidence that these guys have been working for months to try and get advertisers to pull out of YouTube. It's been their sole goal. They admit it here. Let me get this recorded before they take this off Reddit or some shit. I don't give a shit about the drama. I don't know. I just want YouTube to start policing these videos. So somebody weighs in with some actual, you know, they weigh in with some actual logic. But then it says, what's going on with McDonald's and Disney? Any response? These guys are trying to get the advertisers to pull out. They don't care, guys. They don't care if YouTube is trying to solve this. They don't care what they can do to help. They are on a mission to do this. They literally are asking their friends, what has any, you know, is Disney and McDonald's listening since we've been bombing them, and any response yet? They're trying to form an SJW brigade to get a hold of these advertisers, so the advertisers think there's all these random people calling from around the world, when really it's this little freaking group. I don't care about the drama, which is why I did the post. It's a PSA to continue not to care. I have not heard anything of McDonald's or Disney. There have been new advertisers as of today who have mentioned that they are pulling support. What matters is progress, and that doesn't happen if net positive people give a shit about this drama, then don't. So stay the course. And these guys don't even have enough skills to be able to type. They don't even know how to, they're not grammatically correct in any way. I honestly didn't even read your post. I just assumed you were adding to the fire when you're being exceptionally reasonable. My bad. Keem makes a good point. We should start working with YouTube instead of against them. I find it hard to believe that YouTube is a business and as an ethical entity wants there to be a problem on their platform. It's up to us as consumers of the platform to protect each other and cultivate a productive and safe environment. Matt is a clout chaser and is using the movement in a personal vendetta for whatever reason. He is no longer reputable. This is all true. Thank God someone says it. But this comes back is him not being reputable is fine by me. I have haven't ever known him and didn't know who he was. This is working with YouTube in a sense, and the only way anonymous individuals like us have any capability of enacting change. They think that the only way to enact change, and they've admitted it, and I've shown it to you, is to SJW Brigade advertisers. If you approach it from the perspective of, well, not all YouTubers, with a concern for their personal livelihoods, you've already missed the point. No, only if YouTube isn't doing anything. If YouTube is doing things so hardcore that big channels are going down that have nothing to do with this, then...
what happened to your channel? And I woke up going, I have no idea. What are you talking about? So I started reading through all these tweets that people had been tweeting at me. What happened to your channel? Is your channel down? What's going on? And then I realized that was because my entire Google account was terminated. So we have to have this family-friendly image. So we haven't really done anything to warrant getting our channels taken down.
Then they have overstepped their algorithm because they want to help the problem. It's not in all YouTubers, or even most, probably not even anyone you or your children enjoys watching. It's the fact that YouTube has known that this has been an issue for years, and working with them in the capacity that people have been is demonstrably not solving any problems. The fact that there is an entire portal, there's no portal, by the way, this is just ridiculous. Those videos that are getting suggested are just kids' videos. These, this whole group, if this whole group would stop this crusade and just instead focus their attention to finding and reporting the comments and the videos that are problematic, it would be solved by now. But instead, they're brigading advertisers and caused this. This doesn't mean YouTube hasn't made strides, but they weren't enough. They get no pats on the back. YouTube is a corporation. It has no feelings. It's not subject to better natures. This is so dumb, guys. These guys are ignorant. Or not, Matt was right about any other aspect of his argument. This is the obvious solution. Continue doing the actual work that will solve the problem. And I just scrolled up and showed you that the actual work that will solve the problem is for them to bombard the advertisers. The only thing corporations respond to is pressure. So they don't care if there's a solution. They still want to bombard the advertisers. And they got what they wanted because the advertisers have been pulling out. Well, I hope this will help you guys out. This is actually giving you a deep look into what's going on. And also, people like Titus Frost that are defending this guy, there's a reason why Titus always does that. There's a reason why he's always on the side of the social justice warrior mob. Because he's a social justice instigator. All the other YouTubers that are behind this are either just, you know, affected by the propaganda of this, or, you know, what could be the other reason? Anyway, I hope this gets out and people can see it. A few people that are following this, I hope they see this. Because that's what these guys are doing. They set out 8 months ago with an explicit goal to get advertisers to back out and to have a hashtag attached to it so it would propel it to fame. They try to keep pretending like nothing that happens is good enough and that the only choice is an adpocalypse to get YouTube to pay attention. And even no YouTuber will be affected. They have other means of income. Cry me a river about the YouTubers who are affected. So basically, if I don't do...
So basically, Matt, you wanted to deep six all of the people who use YouTube as their full-time gig for what? A dopamine hit? By God, you're... I would applaud you for a well-put-together troll, but as a gaming streamer and a Lethal Sperg, this is something I just can't sit with.
Do anything wrong and other people don't do anything wrong. It's okay if lots of bad things happen to us because you aren't satisfied with YouTube's ability to be able to program algorithms to find everything. And instead of getting proactive and helping, we should just take the hit instead of you spending your time going around with this little mob of yours, flagging these videos and comments instead of calling advertisers all day, every day until they listen. I'll give you more when I find it, and I've been finding a lot.
So I really didn't think I was going to report on this story, but it's been about 2 or 3 days since I've heard the start of this narrative, and it's gotten to a point where this one man, this one person, could be the core of the start of Adpocalypse 2.0. We may be headed for another Adpocalypse, ladies and gentlemen, and if you don't know what Adpocalypse is, essentially the first one happened when PewDiePie, the largest YouTuber at this point in time before T-Series takes over, subscribe to PewDiePie, by the way, he made a video and it was very controversial about racism or something like that, and then all of these big name advertisers started to pull their advertisements off of YouTube, and that not only hurt the YouTube corporate offices, right, that also hurt the YouTubers because they weren't making money off of these advertisements. So big or small YouTubers all across the board were essentially getting hurt financially, and that's a big deal to some, maybe not such a big deal to others, but if you do watch YouTube as a form of entertainment, or you are a YouTube content creator, drop a like on this video right now and share this with at least one other person or friend. Even if you watch videos on Facebook, a lot of those videos on Facebook are actually coming from YouTube content creators. So keep that in mind. YouTube is one of the focal points and one of the biggest platforms that has videos on it. And if you watch that as a form of entertainment, or maybe it's your news source, I really think that you should definitely try to do your part and talk about this subject, because this one man at the start of it all, the start of this story, the start of everything, was looking out for the goodwill of children, looking out for the innocence of children on videos, whether it was YouTube or Facebook, but mostly he was focusing on YouTube. And he made a video, and he had one YouTube channel in the beginning of this story, but we're going to get to that later in the vid. But essentially, he had one YouTube channel and one YouTube video on it, and it was titled, "YouTube is facilitating the sexual exploitation of children, and it's being monetized 2019. Now, first, let me just kind of lay down some groundwork for you. There's this thing called SEO, not to get too, like, smarty pants or like any type of like nerdy lingo, right? But SEO is search engine optimization. So if you watch a particular YouTube video, or maybe your thumb's just going across the screen and something catches your eye, there's going to be more videos like it in your recommended feed because of the tags that are in that particular video that you're either watching or thinking about watching. And there's just going to be more of them in your recommended than usual because you specifically clicked on a YouTube video of something possibly different than all of the subscriptions on your, YouTube profile or YouTube app, right? So overall, let's say I watch a video about superheroes, and maybe that's something that YouTube hasn't picked up on recently. A lot of superhero videos will show up in my recommended, and that's pretty normal for a platform to do. Now, what Matt was trying to say, this guy named Matt Watson, he, made this vid and, was looking out for children, and at first it seemed like a really great thing that he was doing. And, he made a pretty good point, the fact that pedophiles can easily access all of these child videos just by clicking on one of them, and then YouTube's SEO basically, looks up more children videos and puts them into people's recommended feeds. It can be questionable for the people that are pedophiles, right? These, awful beings, these people that should really just be wiped off the face of the earth. They are looking up children videos, right? And then they get more children videos in their recommended, and there's even some cases where these pedophiles will download children videos and then re-upload them to their own channel and then try to monetize them, and then even include timestamps in the comment section or the description of these videos of, children being in awkward or maybe, really, I guess, quote-unquote suspicious positions, right? So what overall has happened is that Matt was saying this cannot happen. There's monetization on these videos. This is a big problem. And Keemstar has actually reported on this whole story altogether, and he's actually got a really good, connection with YouTube and YouTube corporate. He's talked to some people at YouTube, and YouTube has already said that they're fixing the issue, right? They're disabling comments on these videos. They're banning channels. They're banning profiles that have, a suspicious behavior that may be associated with pedophilia, right? And they're really doing their job, and they have been for the past 72 hours about this whole subject, because Matt's video got 700,000 views, right? That's a pretty hefty amount of views to get in, like, a week's time. And overall, I thought this was great for not only Matt, but also the YouTube platform. We got, you know, a little bit more, I guess, educated on the whole subject that, you know, there are these monsters out here that are, you know, trying to exploit this whole SEO thing. And YouTube's doing their job to, you know, kind of eradicate the whole problem. And then Matt is the type of guy that pointed it out. And I thought this was basically case closed, right? Like, that was awesome. That was so cool of somebody to do. Wrong. This guy has been making more live stream videos and more uploads about the same subject even after YouTube has fixed the problem. He wants to be known as the man that shuts down YouTube. He wants to be the man, you know, known for destroying YouTubers' lives and causing the next adpocalypse, because what he is doing is claiming, you know, with no legitimate proof, that there are basically pedophiles all over YouTube and that YouTube is not doing anything about it. And this guy has actually been, you know, making videos for a long time. And what you're going to realize by the end, in the next few minutes or so, is the fact that Matt is an actual hypocrite and a scum of a human being, because Keemstar and his team of YouTubers actually did some digging on Matt, right? And, you know, like I said before, at first Matt seemed to be like a good guy, just looking out for, you know, the innocence of children. But Matt also had another YouTube channel that was different and not associated with his very viral video. And he had like 6 or 7 uploads on that other channel, right? And what was on that channel were a lot of explicit things that I really don't think I can show on this vid because I don't want to get striked, right? But Matt has also had a video up there where he literally asks a girl walking home from school if, you know, she wants to be in his adult video. I'm not joking.
Hi.
I'm not associating myself with that
Guy
ass hat.
that is home from school. If this guy that, you know, really wanted YouTube to step up to the plate and, you know, do something about this whole issue is the same guy that is asking a girl, we don't know if she was even the legal age of 18, if she would want to be in an adult video with him.
I'm
And,
gonna
you know,
go to
maybe
the
he was trying to be
bathroom.
funny in this
Alrighty then. So let's say we continue with this degeneracy. Build some more decks.
This video or maybe try to make it a prank. But the fact of the matter is that your morals are all flipped, Matt. You are literally being a hypocrite in this case scenario. You are not doing anything good for not only YouTube, but also for your own ethical principles. You are literally basically shooting yourself in the foot because you are completely going against what you stood for with your 700,000 viewed video, and conveniently you try to make similar videos about, you know, pedophilia on that other main channel that you were pointing out this whole issue with YouTube. But in reality, you previously had another failed experiment in the past, a crappy YouTube channel with some very disgusting videos like the one I just mentioned about the schoolgirl. And quite frankly, I am so disgusted that there are these type of people in the world that, you know, just simply want to get fame and then try to milk it for every ounce that they can, and be the type of person that wants to shut down a platform such as YouTube. YouTube is home to so many news outlets, so many content creators, provides opportunity for so many different people, and you wanted to be the guy to stop it all. I don't know what is worse than this type of human being, to be quite frank. I think, you know, maybe pedophiles could definitely be labeled as a worse type of person, but Matt is honestly no different because he, you know, asked a schoolgirl to be in his adult video, and that's just so disgusting to me in the first place. But regardless, I would love to hear what you guys have to say down in the comments section below. Don't forget to drop a like and share this video. Do you think that Matt was trying to look out for the goodwill of kids? Do you think he was simply doing this for his own fame, his own fortune? Do you think he wanted to also, you know, leave a quote-unquote legacy behind by shutting down YouTube or destroying YouTube and the content creators and their lives? Because Matt is also the type of person that said, you know what, I don't care, these YouTubers need to get some jobs, work at Uber, blah, blah, blah. And that really does truly hurt, because there are some people that make YouTube their livelihood, put out amazing content, and have this skill set and have worked for, you know, whatever their channel is, whether it's big or small. And this one guy, you know, overall tried to stop it. I'm Cryptix, trying to stop Adpocalypse 2.0, and I'm signing off.
I'll finish off this deck. And then I'm going to call it a night. Alright then. Let's...
Australia is freaking mental. This is an actual photo of a dog eating a shark, while two snakes fight to the death. You know what really irks me about Australians? They call McDonald's Macca's. Why? You drangas don't understand, okay? We go to the servo for fuel, we go to Macca's for burgers, and we go to the bottle O for grog. Wait, what the hell is grog? It's like he's trying to speak to me, I know it. Every Aussie's had a drunk ref convo sitting at a table like this. White bread. Australia's most versatile food. There are two types of people in Australia. The Aussie Hangover Recovery Pack. Oh mate, my freaking head. Boys with aprons like this have a 100% chance of beating it by 10% if you happen to find a lower price on a stocked item. Wanna do a Macca's run? Rainbow paddle pops are actually caramel flavor with food coloring added. Me. My whole life has been a lie. When you wanna treat bae to a wine and cheese night, but you only have $9. Basic Aussie girl starter pack. Me finding 100s and 1000 and white bread in the pantry like a fly, an emouch, een vleege, chin-chan. Frick off you stupid fricking. How many of you bastard? It's in my mouth, oh god. Don't ever talk to me, or my son ever again. A true Australian tragedy. This is why I can't afford to go to the movies. Australian 2000s girl starter pack. This is Australia. There are 1,275 animals that could kill you in this picture. The only way to eat popcorn. Vegemite for soft cunts. Vegemite for good cunts. Vegemite for hard cunts. Me before payday. Me after payday. Hot day in Australia starter pack. You versus the guy she tells you not to worry about. Expectation. Everything in this picture can kill you. Reality. Everything in this picture can kill you. Chris Brown. The real Chris Brown. Only in Australia. Sports shoes. How to propose to me. How you know it's summer in Australia. Sometimes I think Australia isn't that bogger, and then I remember we literally have a TV channel called 7 Mate. Level teaspoon, head teaspoon, Milo teaspoon. Who would win? 2 Australians with 10,000 rounds of ammo. Some weird ostriches.
If you say 2 Australians with 10,000 rounds of ammo, you're an idiot. And you probably need immediate psychiatric help. And if you said weird ostriches, I like you. No homo.
English royal family. Japanese royal family. Danish royal family. Australian royal family.
Bruh.
A perfect meal doesn't exist. British colonizers. Is this nobody's land? 1 week in Australia.
Yep.
You know Australia is dangerous. When the second lowest fire level is high. Australians are tough. We are not afraid of anything.
Oh god!
Australian proverb number 264. Is that thunder, or is someone just taking their bins out? Driving in Australia. During summertime. Australia's marine life. Expectation. A healthy mix of dangerous and beautiful creatures. Reality. A jellyfish that can kill you in minutes, but it also has the ability to turn invisible. I wouldn't be surprised to see this guy competing in every spot at the Winter Games this year. Emus are causing problems. Declare war on the emus. The emus win.
Huh?
The pupil of your eye can expand as much as 55% while looking at something you love. how it feels when you cut your mouth on a super duper packet. Ranking Australian food on the Bogan meter. Netflix and chill. Nap, I live in Australia. Here we call it Netflix and sweltering heat.
You have been visited by the meme guys.
Text to meme.
Don't make fun of Canada.
Touchy French Canadian teen who get increasingly aggressive at people who laugh at him. This one's pretty specific. And yet even in this one still shot he's portraying it perfectly. Are we all just going to ignore the fact that this is essentially Justin Bieber? Did you know that 10 million pounds of maple syrup was stolen from Quebec? 10 million pounds. 1/3 of the government's reserve. Like, how do you even steal 10 million pounds of maple syrup? Where do you hide it? What would you even do with it? Why does the Canadian government have maple syrup reserve? We are the Canadian Borg. With your permission please, we would like to assimilate you. Resistance is slightly frowned upon. What state do you live in? Constant anxiety. Denial. Perfection. Florida. Canada. Canada isn't a state. It's a state of mind. Use this charm to protect your posts from unwanted Canadians. Anything between these leaves will be invisible to our Mountie friends as it will blend into their natural environment. Why is there a post with nothing but maple leaves? Is this a new meme? I live in Canada. Other countries have their figure skating set to classical music and soulful movie soundtracks. Back in Black, Thunderstruck by AC/DC. And then there's Canada. In Canada, you don't say I love you. You say a maple leaf queen ham bacon boo antler, which roughly translates intro I'll give you my snow shovel. I think that's beautiful. Hockey maple leaf puck. What the fuck did you just say about my mom? I'm a little upset. Biggest riot in Canadian history. How Canadians are hatched. Eggs are laid in early fall and hatch midwinter. The pucklings slowly make their way into the forest to forage for syrup amongst the moose. Petition to
I think I may have lost my entire Canadian subscriber base by doing this. I'm not even mad.
rename the USA South Canada. What about Alaska? Are we then normal Canada? Canada a bit to the left. Whoever said do the job right the first time and you'll never have to do it again. Never shoveled a Canadian driveway. I really like bothering people outside of Ontario and Quebec by posting pictures of bagged milk because the concept is so foreign to them and they go crazy. Bans asbestos. Sells it by shipload to India. Driver who beeped at me for going out of turn at four-way stop. 13th and Belmont. 6 PM on Thursday, 20th. I was wrong. You were right. Sorry. Canadian road rage. Move to Canada, they said. It's better, they said. Americans. Name every Canadian province. Hockey. Quebec. Toronto. Alaska. Syrup. Maple leaf. A moose. Canadian commuters didn't find the word. Text to meme.
I'm gonna take a jab at everything.
Springtime in Australia is literally the most stupid fucking thing. Oh my god. Can they change the name to a slightly cooler summer, where demonic birds fly at you from the sky and try to kill you? Because that's what it fucking is. My dad gave me a golden gay time. I've never been happier. I didn't realize how this might sound to non-Australians. I'm really sorry. It's hard to have a gay time on your own. I feel like you Australians are just fucking with us now. Today's show. Carol eats world's hottest pie. Is Australia even real? I mean, I live here and sometimes I have my doubts.
I live in America and I wonder if Australia is even a thing or just some kind of no man's land.
I'm Australian. They are not crisps, they are chips. They are not fries, they are chips. They are not twisters, they are chips. They are not Doritos, they are chips. They are not Pringles, they are chips. They are not cheeses, they are chips. I'm a simple person. Do not confuse me with your fancy names. What the fuck are cheeses? Chips. I don't trust Australians about anything. Honestly, they take a piece of bread and put butter and sprinkles on it and call it dessert. You fucking deep fry anything you put your hands on. Still better than butter bread sprinkles. It's called fairy bread, thank you very much. Don't you dare talk shit about fairy bread. Who the fuck do you think you are? In Australia, if a girl goes to the bathroom and comes back with a seemingly random fact, then you know exactly what time of the month it is. Do you guys have fucking fun facts printed on your tampons or something? They're on pad wrappers. Oh my god. Australia has 5 seasons. Spring, summer, autumn, winter, and fuck you. Fuck you doesn't have a set date, it just happens randomly during the rest of the seasons. Are we currently in fuck you? A little, yes. We always are. Non-Australians. I wish we had summers like in Australia. Australia. Droughts. Australia. Heatwaves. Australia. Hailstorms. Australia. Cyclones. Australia. Bushfires. Australia. Floods. Australia. 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 Tornadoes. Look, Simba. Everything the light touches speaks English. But what about that shadowy place? That's where the Aussies live. You must never go there, Simba. Coriander, true blue, capsicum, mate, crikey, fair dinkum. How many bananas can you buy for $5? Australia, France, USA, Ethiopia. I have no idea what to do with this information. Why foreigners are afraid of Australia versus why Aussies are afraid of Australia. What's the most Australian sentence you can string together? Some alcohol from the liquor store so we can get really drunk, or would you prefer not to? Cunt means friend. Accuracy levels through the roof. It's so fucking hot in Australia, I'm dying. If I hear one more damn American complaining about the cold weather, I swear to God at least you're not living in Satan's ass crack. At the Australian Open tennis, a player hallucinated that he saw Snoopy on court before he fainted mid-match. This heat is getting out of hand.
I actually feel bad for you Aussies. So I'm gonna end the stream. So goes. Oh man, I'm getting tired.
Australia is home to like so many creepy birds. Hunts you down on the back of a cassowary. I just googled this. What the fuck is this? Is it like an Australian turkey? Can you eat it? Why does its beak open so wide? Its neck skin is so gross. They're like 6 feet tall. You don't eat them. You run from them in terror. What the fuck, Australia? Europeans. I drove 40 minutes to the Netherlands for some groceries, and then I popped into Germany to see some of my relatives before driving back home. Americans. I was in Florida. I drove for 9 hours. Now I'm still in Florida. Australians. I drove for 9 hours. Now I'm 9 hours away from home. No one is here. The streets are empty. How did this happen? Where has civilization gone? I'm alone in the universe. Oh wait, there's an echidna. It's okay. C is for cunt. U is for you're a cunt. N is for not sure if you know this, but you're a cunt. T is for tune around and fuck off, mate, cause you're a cunt. Poem for all the Aussies. I always see posts about people talking about how tampon and pads ads have girls on beaches and things like that. And yes, in Australia, we have really ridiculous advertisements for sanitary products that have girls running around doing shit in this guy. The really sad thing is, guys at school started copying him, and it got the point where, if you needed a pad or tampon, your guy friends were as likely to help you out as your girlfriends. Did you know that the Australian government literally changed the date of Australia Day this year because it was on a Saturday and everyone was that upset about missing out on having a day off? Remember when they pushed the time of the leaders' debate back a couple of hours because the final of MasterChef was scheduled to air at the same time? Advance Australia Fair. Don't forget about when we officially renamed McDonald's Macca's. You know Australia is dangerous. when the second lowest fire level is high. Australian accent came from alcoholics' lure of early settlers, says expert. I've pretty much never been less surprised by anything.
Same.
Bought a new boomerang. Can't throw away my old one. Australia's population. Asians. Australians. Hanging out washing in Australia in summer. Sydney. Hang out washing. Go to collect in half hour. Bone dry. Hobart. Hang out washing. Go to collect in half hour. Hasn't dried at all. Has probably been rained on. Melbourne. Hang out washing. Get sunburnt in raging sunlight whilst doing so. Go to collect in half hour. Wet again, as it's now raining. Brisbane. Hang out washing. Go to collect in half hour. Still has that damp kind of feeling, because even the clothes are sweating. Why so humid? Canberra. Hang out washing. Go to collect in half hour. Tony Abbott is tangled in your clothesline and you have to beat him away with a broom. Darwin. Hang out washing. Go to collect in half hour. Washing has blown away. Time for a new wardrobe. Perth. Hang out washing. Go to collect in half hour. Washing gone. Claimed by Great White Shark. The Australian fucking news. Is this supposed to be abnormal or something? The best thing about Australia is caramello koalas. They're those koalas that drop from trees and kill people. Yeah. Having an Australian accent is like being sent to prison for a crime I didn't commit. Being Australian is because of a crime you didn't commit. Cruel. I was going to say not everyone, but then I remembered that mum's side came here from an axe murderer and dad's side. Some dude stole 7 horses and that's why I'm Australian. These fucking flies. Ancient Australian proverb. My sister just informed me that if you say, rise up lights, you'll sound like an Australian saying razor blades. My life will never be the same. Also if you say beer can in a British accent it sounds like bacon with a bad Jamaican accent. Jesus Christ. I'm British and I've just realized you're right. Accent hacks. Good I might. Chips. Crisps. French fries. Chips. 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 You know you're Australian when it isn't a party until one of these bad boys comes out. I hate when people say Australians have no culture, like try again sweetie. I found you in my pocket today, ha. This man was once in charge of Australia. Young Australian voice. Want a split of vodka tonight? Nah goon. I met a couple of Australians this weekend, and they introduced me to what is possibly the greatest phrase in the English language. Apparently, a common response to a wide variety of questions is, I'm not here to fuck spiders. It means, I'm already doing that. Or obviously, yeah. So like, example usage. At the bar with a friend. Friend. Do you want to get a beer? Me. Well, I'm not here to fuck spiders. Don't talk to me, or my son ever again. It makes me really uncomfortable that the word Australia contains 3 A's and all of them are pronounced differently. Why are you doing this to me? Koala escapes at zoo. Falls asleep before he can do anything interesting. For more spicy memes just like this, be sure to leave a like and scrub.
That about sells it, everyone. Tune in tomorrow for the annual combat cast where we take a look at the Mortal Kombat 11 mobile game. As well as some more Sperg games where Kojin is about to do some degenerate nonsense. This is your Lethal Sperg, John Peterson, telling y'all to take it the hell in here. I'm going to get some freaking rest. Night, everybody.